Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Comparison is the thief of joy. This is a quote that's attributed to President Theodore Roosevelt. It means that comparing ourselves to others can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and unhappiness in ourselves. One of my viewers said, sometimes it's best to just be fat, dumb, and happy. I want to talk about that. Now, of course, I can only ascribe this to men, right? Because you can't, although the viewer is a woman, you can't ascribe this to women. Although a woman is completely negative, she doesn't want to be told that she has negative aspects about her. She cannot handle it. And as we march on through time, the truth of that statement gets worse and worse and worse with time. Women cannot handle being told the truth about themselves. Women cannot even handle being told the exact words that have just come out of their mouth. So we're going to ascribe this just to men. And I said, just so long as the fat, happy man understands that that's their lot in life. And don't try and force others to applaud you for it. Not saying they should feel sorry for themselves, but I guess like the comedian Patrice O'Neal, who was diabetic, refused to stop eating donuts and other junk and went out before his time, right? He accepted what his doctor told him, but he made his own decision. He said, I'm going to still eat donuts because I want to eat donuts. I completely understand what the doctor is saying, but I want a donut. These days, people want us to applaud their stupid decisions. No, if you want to be fat and happy, be both fat and happy. Know that people who care are going to say something. That's the whole point of them caring, right? Patrice, don't eat the donut. I'm going to eat the donut. But Patrice, yeah, I know, but I want to eat the donut. Understand, they're going to say something. I know old people have accepted they're never going to do 100 push-ups every night, and they're happy. This is me, all 300 pounds of me, and I'm okay with that. No, I'm not going to do 100 push-ups a night. Now, people who instead look on Instagram and say, I want her life. No, I say they don't know that that's not even her life. That's a picture. And half the time, it's a fake picture. Or worse, it's a paid-for picture just to put that image out there like that, right? One lady quit Instagram after a fantastic, successful career on Instagram. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being completely serious. On her way out, she said, you see all these pictures of me? They're all fake. I have a crew to take and Photoshop every picture. You just thought it was just like my husband? Taking pictures of me, going to all of these exotic places around the world? No, there's a whole crew. It's not just me and Bob. I know it looks like it's just me and Bob, and I'm holding his hand. It's not. Everything is coordinated and paid for. Do not try and be me, because this isn't even me. She packed up, took her money, and lived her life, never to return to Instagram. People were devastated. People were aghast, shocked, fainting. What do you mean it's fake? It's fake. The idea is to create this picture. And that's what we did. All 300 pictures. We created the picture. I just heard someone else say, in response to a lady saying, she wanted to be like the girls on Instagram. And he said that is a curated life of the girls on Instagram. You don't see her when she wakes up with smelly breath or arguing with her husband that she takes the hand of and he pretends like he's taking a picture of her, just him and her. You don't see her when she's screaming in traffic. You don't see her when she's depressed because a package hasn't arrived yet that she was expecting. You don't see all of that. All you see is a fantastic picture of her in the best clothes, jewelry, hair, makeup, everything done. Everything's perfect in an exotic location. Just to add insult to injury, one girl was called out because she took the other girl's pictures, photoshopped them out of the picture, and put herself into the picture in all of these exotic locations. Finally, somebody said, "That is my picture. You know how I can tell? Because that little chair with the blue blanket over it, that's my blanket. You stole my picture." And they then all came out the woodwork saying, "All of your pictures are all photoshopped. Every single one." And then she admitted to not only photoshopping it, she never had ever left her house. Even the sun shining on her was all fake. Everything was fake on Instagram. There's a saying that says, never meet your heroes. And the idea is people idealize a person more than what that person actually is. Oh, I want to be like him when I grow up. Oh, this is the best person for my children to look up to. I know none of you know me, but I've been in that position as a hero or somebody famous because I appeared on TV in some things or in movies. I told the people point blank, I am not a hero. I am not a star. I am completely flawed. You probably have a better life than I have had. It's doubtful, but you probably have loving parents. I don't have loving parents. Never in my life. I've never been loved in my entire life. You probably have a lot of things going for you that if I were to compare my life to you, you would come out ahead. Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. Do not compare. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't compare your girlfriend to anybody. And don't compare your boyfriend or husband to anybody. Well, Carol's husband takes her out every week and buys her pearls and buys her this and that. And they go on vacation. They go to expensive dinners. Sit back for a second and watch Carol and the husband, and they get a divorce. Why? Because he went bankrupt. He was spending money he didn't have to try and impress a woman who wasn't worthy to begin with. You like the woman because you two are friends, supposedly. You don't know the situation. Your 9-to-5 husband that pays all the bills, and you get to stay home. You should count your blessings. First of all, not everybody can do that. There's 1% people who can't even do that. The people who are the 1%ers that make $350,000 a year, living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because they're in a different lifestyle. They have to keep up appearances. You're comparing yourself to people you know nothing about. The life you think that they have, they don't have it. There's some books that you should probably read. Stuff like The Millionaire Next Door or The Millionaire Who Went Broke Next Door. That's a much better book. I can't remember the title of that book, but it was about people who technically should be millionaires, but they were broke, lost everything. Why? They didn't know how to budget. They didn't know how to eat. They didn't know how to say no to the people. Like I said, they have a different lifestyle. So they couldn't say no to the people that were forcing that lifestyle on him. And when I'm not talking about a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I'm talking about the corporation, the boss, trying to get ahead. So you got to show up to events, and you have to show up to events that cost like $10,000 for the evening. I've been in that position also. Oh, you should join us in the box seats. How much is it? $30,000 for the season. I'm going to have to say no. Of course, that was very easy for me, but if you can imagine, there are people who cannot say no. They have to show up in the box seat. They have to show up with the wife wearing a brand new dress every event. Brand new, never seen before. Can't wear it twice. Thank you all for listening to me.